Yes. If you can briefly tell us what the position of the minority was at the meeting that we held over the supplementary estimates.
Yes, we felt that the whole submission by the minister is not in line with what we expected in a supplementary budget. We are of the opinion that many of the items listed and for which funds are being requested in the supplementary budget are not directly related to COVID-19. But the posture is that COVID-19 has destroyed everything, and that is why there is the need to bring a supplementary budget requesting for 11.8 billion Ghana cedis. But by our workings, that should not have been the case. And so, if it were not going to be that high, then it is possible that we might not even achieve the deficit beyond 6%, in which case there wouldn't be any need to suspend the Fiscal Responsibility Act. That was the position that we tried to present at the meeting. For instance, in this supplementary budget, you are asking for 580 million to establish the National Development Bank. How is it related to this?
The argument is that it has had, the pandemic has had a tell-on effect on all other things. So government cannot raise revenue. So if they are going to borrow to fund expenditure, it means that the plans that government has must still not be scattered, must still hold. So if they are going to go for money, you should go into some of these areas. Don't you agree?
No, we don't. Because if you are in times of exigency, you don't need to bring everything on board. Yeah, sometimes, because of your difficulty, you reduce what you had planned earlier to do. That is the essence of being in an emergency. So you don't go back and rake all the old things that you planned to do under normal times when you are in an emergency situation. That is our position. So we think that this thing is just some other means to have access to funds in an election year. We are not particularly happy. EC, Electoral Commission, is taking additional 300. National Identification is taking another 300. And the outstanding claims, statutory funds like the District Assembly's Common Fund, National Health Insurance, and those funds which get fund, you had collected revenues for them already. They are ratios, they are rates of the national revenue, which you had already collected, and you were supposed to release them, and you did it. Now you are bringing the payment of those outstanding claims into a supplementary budget because of COVID. These are some of the things which aren't very clear at all. You should have paid these monies long ago. As soon as you draw down revenue, you pay to the various statutory bodies, like Get Fund, like this Assembly's Common Fund. Now, you are bringing these payments in as if they were your inability to pay in the past were occasioned by COVID-19. So the whole thing is unclear, and we have made our position very clear. But as you know, the ruling party will use its majority to bulldoze its way through. But we want the world, we want Ghanaians to know that these are not COVID-19 related expenditures for which the minister is asking 11.8 billion and also asking to suspend the Fiscal Responsibility Act.
That issue, we saw it yesterday, that the law says that if the minister would come and make the statement on the floor of the House, and once it's approved, they get to the committee to scrutinize what has been said. What was the case that was made at the committee, and what's exactly your disagreement? Because it's clear that there's a public health emergency that would not allow government to meet its target.
Fine. We agree that where it is related to COVID-19, then it is a public health emergency. It's a situation where we cannot do other than to approve these expenditures that he has brought. You understand? But what we are saying is that the minister has gone beyond public health issues and introduced things which are not COVID-19 related at all. into the request for the additional 11.8 billion. That is what we are saying. And I've cited the number of expenditures that are not related to COVID-19 expenditures. I've cited them. So this is our position, that it is inappropriate, it is unnecessary, and it is just a way of accessing more funds in an election year.
It will be approved. If the House would approve because of the numbers. What next after that?
No, we have let Ghanaians know the reason why they are bringing the supplementary budget. Yes, that is our objective. And as a responsible opposition party, we have to get to the public and explain ongoings in the House to them. That is exactly what we have done and will do on the floor when the report comes to the House.